Everyone, just review my card from Record 2 in the Simpsons review. And in this episode, it's another great episode. Yep, another good episode. And we have one episode left. We have one episode left of season 2 until we are completed season 2, which is crazy. The next episode will be the last episode of season 2 before we begin season 3. And this episode, Three Men and a Comic Book. The episode starts with Lisa and Bart going on about comic books, and we actually see a cool little. I feel like it's the Casper, isn't it his name? The Casper the Ghost, friendly ghost, like reference. Like it just seems like it, what it looks. So they go to a comic book convention. Bart is like Bartman, and they get in. The mayor does some speeches and telling them to have fun, and Bart's friend is going to the Lost and Found because he can't find his other ear. And Bart sees Otto with his comic book. And we see a little slideshow. And they ask some questions. And they say some cool comic books. But there's only one in value. One comic book value that is worth everything. And this episode kind of reminds me of the SpongeBob episode, The Card. Yeah, I'm saying that. This episode reminds me of The Card from SpongeBob. Because, SpongeBob was getting so many cards, or, the card number 54. There's only 5 cards in existence. And, well, right here, there's only, of what it looks, one card, or one comic book in existence of this rare comic book. And yeah, this episode reminds me of it. But of course, it's $100. But so again, Bart can't get it, and then we just see them at Krusty Burger, and Bart trying to do that trick of keeps bugging Homer to try to get him to say yes, and even he knows that he's not gonna fall for it, and he keeps saying again, and then Homer's just trying to humiliate himself, and Margie actually tells Bart the story of what she did with her sisters Selma and Patty of when she was little of how to earn money. Basically being put to work. Yeah, being put to work. And then she got her little oven. So basically we hear this voice and Homer keeps telling Bart to stop staring. And he keeps stop staring, which was funny. So he grabs he grabs bottle, a drink bottle from the house and tries to trade it in. And yeah, it's not going well for him. So he even tries to sell some lemonade. Lisa starts to make it worse. Makes it worse for him being picked on. So Bart gets some of his dad's beer and starts selling it. And some officers come wondering if he has a license, but they take it for on the house. And Homer comes back home and says that, yeah, all of his cans are on the floor. Margie actually talks to this elderly lady, as she knows, for Bart to do some chores, which she talks about her brother that was killed by just pulling the grenade or just holding the grenade while he's speaking and then just gets blown up. Yeah, he didn't even throw it. He was just doing a speech while it was while the fuse was going off, so it's technically his fault. So Bart goes to work while he's watching some stories, and yeah, he's bleeding, and he starts screaming in pain. And we just see him still doing some work, and yeah, he's just looking at the comic book, which gets more pain, and he's paid cents. He's paid very little. Yeah, and he's angry about it. And now Bart's friends, two friends come over and to the store and trying to buy it. So they said that they would buy it together, and they do. But when they decide that to go home, they're kind of in a situation. So they start reading the comic, and they start to turn the page. But they start arguing and complaining of who's going to keep the book for which day. So they go on, and Bart says that he's going to keep the book, and he wants to turn the his friend wants to turn the page, but they start shoving each other and choking each other until Margie comes with milk and cookies, and his friend tries to go to the bathroom, or saying that he's trying to go to the bathroom, but of course Bart thinks he's going to take the comic book, so he ties him up. Yeah, Bart ties one of his best friends up in his treehouse. So yeah, they keep complaining. Margie tells Homer to check on the boys, and he says that they're fine even though they're not. Now Bart is having to choose between saving his friend or saving the comic book that is about to fly out the window and get destroyed, which he saves his friend, but the comic book flies, lands some mud. Santa's little helper comes, tears it up, and it's destroyed. So Homer tries to go into the car, but water is in it. And yeah, the comic book's destroyed, and Bart is really not happy about it, of course. And of course, we just see with the pace of the comic book in a bird's nest, with it just ending like that. But yeah, another great episode. And again, it reminds me so much of that SpongeBob episode. You know, when Patrick confirmed that his stupidity was on purpose. You know, when he said that when he told SpongeBob he can't always expect the usual brand of stupidity, because Patrick likes to mix it up to keep SpongeBob on his toes. This episode reminds me of it. Reminds me deeply of it because of the whole best only one thing in value than any of the other comic books on there. It reminds me so much about it. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Catch you on next one.